Hey y'all, welcome to Yoga for Athletes. My name is Jordan. I hope you've had a good day so far and that you continue to have a good day, an evening, and so on and so forth. You might want a strap or a towel, possibly 2 blocks. If you want a blanket to pad the knees, feel free to grab that as well. A little chilly like I just got, put on the heater, have a little space heater. Tonight we're going to still stay on topic of being on the chakra systems. We are on the third eye chakra. The ones we've gone through so far, the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, and now third eye. Always my disclaimer, this is not something that you have to believe in. It's just something that I personally believe in. It is an energy system throughout the body. And if they are flowing fluidly and smoothly, you're probably swimming along life splendidly. They do have a tendency to get gunked up through along life's path at no fault of our own, and sometimes at our fault of our own. But anyways, the third eye is placed directly in between the brow center, and it has to do with our intuition. You could also refer to it as our gut instinct. It has to do with clairvoyance, but does not have to be direct with your clairvoyance. It could just be the way that you feel guided. It could be something that you feel like very fluidly, and that you're being led to do something, and maybe you don't exactly can't pinpoint why. That would be your third eye center, your intuition center. If it is suffering from any blockages, you might be in states of fear or not feel any intuitive thoughts or actions. You might have a state of anxiety, things like that. I'm not saying that if you have that during a day that you have a blockage, because I believe that we're all human and that we have fluctuations in emotions. I'm just talking about like a prolonged period of time if you do not feel any guidance, or you feel maybe blocked or anything like that, or you stay in a state of panic or fear, that you might have a blockage in this area. You can use this tonight as your intention if you would like. If this is something that you do not believe in at all and you think it's just a bunch of hogwash, I'm Southern, and so I just use that word, hogwash. So you can discard it. You don't have to use this. But if you do like, you can. If you do not choose to use this as your intention, you can maybe use something as far as gratitude, self-care, self-acceptance, maybe something that you know of right off the bat that you need to let go of or deal with on your mat tonight. So to begin, we'll come into the seated position of Sukhasana, or easy pose, and start to soften the gaze and close the eyes to connect to the breath here. Start by inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own, setting and sealing the intention of your choice. About 3 more breaths here. Start to bat the eyelashes open, coming back into your space. To begin, we're going to come and stay in Sukhasana, and we're going to do about 10 rounds of Nadi Shodhana, which is breath work, or pranayama, or just totally got me. So what we'll do is take all the fingers in except for the pinky and the thumb, so kind of like hang loose. We'll plug the left nostril, so you sound really nasally. You'll inhale through the right nostril. Plug it with the thumb, exhaling out the left. Nadi Shodhana is alternate nostril breathing. Inhale through the left. Exhale out the right. It helps to balance the energy channels in the body, especially the female and the masculine energy channels, the Ida and the Pingala. Inhale through the right. Exhale out the left. Inhale. Plug it. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Plug it with the thumb. Exhale out the left. I want you to do the last few on your own. Last round here. Release the hand. It's really cool to me. So we'll uncross the legs, swing them to the side to come into a tabletop position from here. Stacking shoulders over wrist bones, hips over knees, pressing firmly into the backs of the feet. We'll move through a few cycles of cat-cow. So we'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling as you gaze towards the third eye. Exhale, round through the spine, find that navel to spine connection, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round through the spine, finding your navel spine connection. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing the mat away. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, come back into that neutral spine position. We'll bring it, reboot. We're going to make some circles with our knees staying in this tabletop position. So we'll lift that right leg out towards the side and start to make circles in one direction. You either use the hands to press the mat away and not collapse into the shoulders. You can keep the gaze down towards the mat. Switch directions if you have not done so far. And release that right knee back down to the mat. Good. So we'll switch sides. Bring the left knee up. Start to make your circles. Really use the hands to press the mat away. There will be a slight engagement in the abdomen. Reverse your circle. And release that left knee back down to the mat. We're going to come to thread the needle, so bring that left hand maybe slightly in towards the center of your mat. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling, and on the exhale, loop it underneath that left armpit, placing that right shoulder down onto the mat, followed by the right ear. Option to keep that left hand in or extend it out long, or even take it to the lower back or sacrum to the top of that right hip crease. As you gaze up towards the mat and towards the ceiling. Allow the breath to be steady. The left hand is not back down onto the mat. Please bring it there now. For on the inhale, you'll press into that left hand, lift the right back arm back up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, take it back down. We'll switch sides from here. So inhale, lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, loop it underneath that right armpit, placing the left shoulder onto the mat, followed by the ear. Same options for that hand as they were before. Either directly out in front of you, extending out long, lower back, or top of the left hip crease. On your inhale, bring that right hand back down to the mat if it's not already there. Pressing into that right hand, lift the left arm back up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, bring it back down. We're going to take the knees as wide as the mat, bringing the toes to touch. Send the hips back towards the heels to come into child's pose. Extend the arms out long, melt the chest into the mat, followed by the head. It's a perfect time to rock the head back and forth, massaging that third eye center. Help to opening the third eye. If you can elongate the breaths. Really extending the inhale and lengthening the exhale. Relaxing through the hips the best you can. Settle into this posture. With your inhale, lifting the head only, start to walk the hands over towards the right side of the mat and allow the head to come back within the arms. You can even place that left hand on top of the right, if you would like. With your inhale, lifting the head only. Walk the hands back through center and take them over to the left side. Again, you can stack that right hand on top of the left as you allow the head to rest in between the arms. At any time if it goes too much on the hips or the knees to stay in this posture, please feel free to back out. And when you become ready, you can enter back in. On an inhale, bring the hands back through center. Start to hinge the hips forward, bring the knees back underneath the hips. Coming back onto the hands. Awesome. Bring the right foot in between the hands, coming into a low lunge position. You do have the option, if you would like to come up to the ball mound of that feet, to come into a high lunge position, keeping the hands either on tented palms or flat hands, whichever better serves you. Just keep the knees stacked over the ankle at all times. Gaze slightly forward to keep the length in the back of the neck. Pressing firmly into that front foot. Whatever option you choose to take is perfectly fine, acceptable for your body. Just don't overdo it and push yourself too far. Next, we'll bring the hands onto the top of the knee, if they are not already there. Breathing here for a couple of breaths as the gaze stays forward. Now draw the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, namaste. Left elbow comes across the right knee as we come into a twisted lunge. Right elbow will be up towards the ceiling as we gaze up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, start to come up out of this position. Take the hands back down towards the mat. Peel the hips back towards the end of the mat, coming into the half Hanuman. Option to keep the hands down low as you bow in towards that right shin. Options to bring the hands outside the right knee, or options to stack blocks onto either side of the hips and keep it up tall. Keep it down low. Softness in the back of the knee, not locking that knee out. Really feeling this deep stretch in the back of that right hamstring. On your inhale, coming back, taking that right foot back down to the mat to come back into that low lunge position. Staying here briefly. We're going to start to draw that that left heel in towards the glute. You can grab a strap if you'd like, or if you just would like to bring the hands up to the knees, you draw that right foot and that left foot into the glute at the beginning. Take that left hand back first to start to feel your way to bring that left foot in towards that glute a little bit more, to take a really deep stretch if you'd like. And then if you'd like to swing that right arm back and feel your way, really activating the legs to keep strong legs here. Relax through the shoulders. It'll help you open up through the chest. Gaze is forward, clasping the foot. Again, you can use a strap or a towel here to lasso the back of that foot and just draw it in. Steady the breath. Release that right left foot back down to the mat. Taking the hands back down to the mat. Draw the right knee into the chest. Extend it out long to stretch out through that leg. And bring it back down next to the left. Maybe I'll get my left and right foot up here in a minute. Moving on. We'll bring that left foot in between the hands, either keeping that right knee down in that low lunge position, or you can come into your high lunge position, coming onto the ball mount of that right foot. Options are yours. We'll take a few deep breaths here, gazing forward, keeping that length in the back of the neck. Next, bring the hands up to the knee. Take a few deep breaths here. Then bring the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, Namaste. Right elbow hooks that left knee as the left elbow comes up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring it back through center. On the exhale, take the hands back down to the mat. Start to peel the hips towards the back of the mat, flexing that left foot up towards the ceiling. You come into your half Hanuman. Same options as before, with the hands down towards the ankles, around either side of the knee or up on the blocks, keeping it high. You can even take the nose down towards the shin. Softness in the back of that left knee. On your inhale, bring that left foot back down to the mat, entering back into that low lunge position. Start to draw that right foot in towards the glute. Bring the hands up to the knee just to balance yourself. Then maybe reach back and grab the right foot with the right hand at first. Make sure you're stable. You can even use a strap, as I said before. And then maybe loop around with the left hand to draw that right foot in even more. Again, keep the gaze forward, relax through the shoulders, open up the chest. You might find that one side is a little bit tighter than the other, and this is completely normal. Release the clasp with that right foot slowly and allow the right foot to come back down to the mat. Frame the foot with both the hands. Bring the right foot back to meet the left. Tuck the toes to come into a puppy posture. So we'll keep the sitting bones flexed up towards the ceiling and start to walk the hands out and place the elbows down onto the mat. Then you melt the chest into the mat and allow the head to come in between the arms. On an inhale, start to press into the hands, shifting yourself forward slightly. Coming back into the backs of the feet. Bring the hands down to the mat, coming through the tabletop position. We'll swing the legs to the side to come down onto our sitting bones. And we'll come to lie flat on our backs. But before we do, please make sure that you have your strap with you or a towel, or you can even clasp the base of your hands. You can even use your peace fingers around your toes for the next one of the next postures. So to come to lying flat on your back, you can do rock and roll up and down the spine. You can just come to lie flat on the back. Whichever way you find the most pleasing for yourself. So from here, we'll place the hands outside the hips. Hug the knees towards the chest, keeping the feet either into a slight point, not a full flex. But we want to keep the knees pressed together here with the hands outside the hips. So on the inhale, we'll allow the knees to drop to the right as we gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale through center. Inhale to the left, gazing over the right shoulder. Exhale through center. You can even take the arms into a wider Texas T position. Inhale to the right, gaze over the left. Exhale through center. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Like activating through the abdominal wall here. Inhale to the right. Exhale through center, but also stretching out through the sides. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Two more like that. Inhale to the right. Exhale through center. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Last one. Inhale to the right. Exhale through center. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Awesome. For this next position is where we'll need a strap or a towel or use a clasp around the base of your pants or pinky or peace fingers around the toes. So if you have the strap, have a little loophole in it, place it around the base of the foot as the left leg is extended out long. Place the left hand on top of the left quad muscle. On the inhale, draw the left foot in. Then on the exhale, take it over to the right as we gaze over the left shoulder. Stretching out to the front side of the body, the psoas, the inner thighs. Inhale, bring the right foot back through center. Take the left hand around the strap or towel. Take the right hand outside the right hip, cross the right foot across the left side of the body as we gaze over the right shoulder. Really for the stretch to the outside of that right hip, back of the right glute, hamstring. Inhale, bring that right foot back through center. Exhale when you get there. Release the right foot from the strap or the towel and extend that right leg out long. Draw the left knee in and take the strap or towel or peace fingers around the toes or whichever bind you're able to do. Around the base of that foot, right hand comes to the top of the right quad muscle, and on the exhale, take the left foot out towards your left side as you gaze over the right shoulder. On the inhale, bring that left foot back through center. Place the strap into the right hand. Left hand comes outside the left hip. Cross that left foot over the right side of the body as you gaze over that left shoulder. On the inhale, bring that left foot back through center. Release the strap, towel or peace fingers around the toes. Place the strap to the side. We'll do a supine twist before we come into Shavasana. So with the left leg extended, bend in the right knee. Take the arms into a Texas T position as you allow that right knee to fall heavy over the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. On your inhale, bring that right knee back through center. Exhaling when you get there. Extend the right leg out long, bending in that left knee. Allow it to fall heavy over the right this time. Gaze over that left shoulder. On your inhale, bring that left knee back through center. Exhaling when you get there. Extend both legs out long and take them as wide as the mat or wider. Take the arms as wide as the mat or wider. Start to enter into Shavasana, or final resting posture. Close the eyes completely now. Allowing them to fall heavy into the back of the skull. Let the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. And far away the brow. Softness comes into the back of the neck and flows down the tops of the shoulders. Washing over the arms and down through the fingertips. You feel warmth flow down the chest, on each side of the rib cage and over the abdomen. Good. Flow over each side of the hips. Down the fronts of the quads and the backs of the hamstrings. Releasing every muscle. Feel this caress over the backs of the calves and the fronts of the shins. It allows the ankles to become heavy, the toes to remain light. The body sinks heavy into the mat. You start to find rest as you enter into Shavasana. Thank you for showing up for your practice today and allowing me to guide. Namaste, my friends.